Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the channel. Once again, we're touching on the Wishbinder gift announcement. Okay, yes, everyone's done it, right? We're gonna be called Doom. He's Doom posting. All he does is Doom post. Even though we probably have about 50% positive, 50% negative things. Go look at Lilium. Everyone's Doom posting about Lilium. Not this guy. Actually a really good character. Probably better rated than what you think. And then lo and behold, a couple days later, oh my God, there's so much content coming out by the top like 0.1%, the top 1% of RTA players in PvP say actually she's kind of fucking cracked. You guys are just dog shit at the game but don't know how to use her. But I'm a Doom post. But like this video is titled, the Wishbinder gift here, before someone, he clickbaited me. He clickbaited me. He said it was brain dead. He said it was tone deaf. This is probably one of the most tone deaf announcements I've seen from a gacha game in a long while, right? We have so many different things that players want out there, whether they're playing, and there's actually gonna be something that's really good about this, which is ultimately why I'm gonna call it tone deaf. Okay? But there's so many things out there that players want fixed. There's so many things that really do need to be changed for the betterment of this game. It needs like a WUWA 2.0, right? Say whatever you want about WUWA or whatever. It needs like a ZZZ 2.0. I'm sorry, guys. We said we did the numbers and 6 months would fix the economy. We fucked it up, right? Damn, if someone said that, crazy. Imagine that. The Wishbinder event announcement. Okay, this is taking period the 7th of August, so it's gonna be like 3 days from the recording of this video. I just got back from the boonies out there, hanging out, some family time. Thank you for that. And it's gonna be up until the 14th. So it's gonna be a 1 week period, and you can unlock it at hyperlink level 15. All right, when you're summoning animuses in the permanent summon, you can earn Wishbinder points. Once your points reach certain threshold, you can claim stage rewards such as Perfect Lattice, Quantum Cipher Box, and Quantum Prototype. Now, I'm assuming that the Cipher Box here will probably be like the SSR, right? We all saw the was it Taiwanese patch notes or whatever that quickly got scrubbed off the internet, saying that there was going to be some sort of summon system, some summon event out there. So this is going to be Perfect Lattices and then an SSR of your choice. Probably going to be limited. I think it had a couple of characters that were excluded. Like Holden was in there, Hoyen was in there, I do believe. And a couple other things. We don't know the specific details on this. But it's going to be a 1 week long period and it's permanent summon only. And this is why it's ultimately like so damn tone deaf. Is you have all these things going on with this game. You have honestly like people dropping like flies out there. I know the White Knights, no, it's okay. The revenue went from 7 mil down to 2 mil, but it's fine because like it only shows mobile downloads. You think the other ones went up? You think the PC ones fucking tripled? When the other ones are like less than half? You think that's what's going on? I don't want to see the game fail. I'm just reporting on the numbers and what's going on. I don't want that. I like the game. I want it to do better. I'm sad that it's quickly going into the fucking floor. But here's the thing. We had launch. We had 2 new characters. We have the new Lilium character out there who is the new, what do they use? I don't know. I'm just the LD character. They call it something else like the Exquisite Summon or something. And then now we have this event coming out and no new RGB characters are announced. They said, you know, like Holden Hoyen into Nahor and Fukyu, right? They're dropping this event. Everyone can see it who's played a gacha game before to sort of try to entice sales while there's no new characters being released. That's why it's a 1 week event. They said they're doing 3 week banner cycles. They said they're not doing back-to-back LD summons. So you know what? Revenue's down. Let's give some people some more opportunity to pull. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. I don't know. Who cares? Like the game's not hard to get characters in. The thing that people aren't pulling, the reason people aren't playing the game and pulling characters and not excited for it is, well, it's impossible to level multiple characters up. That's why whales are quitting. It doesn't matter how many perfect lattices you buy for $30 when they come into the store. You can't fucking level enough characters. Pardon my French, but maybe don't pardon it. Like, that's why it's so toned down. Here's a summon event, guys. We're going to get more money from summoning. No, dude, your guys' rates are so good. If you just want to get the character, you can probably get basically every character that's not an LD character. Almost guaranteed every single time those characters come out on banner. Okay. You guys need to find a way to make revenue that doesn't involve trying to penny pinch people for summoning. You're not making revenue that way. It doesn't matter. Your revenue isn't being generated that way. Stop with the stupid skins that are just shader recolors, right? Stop with trying to entice people to buy one Perfect Gladys for $30. I think there's like one in there for like 15 or something. The whales can't even buy. There's not enough to buy if you wanted to. And if you put more, and then you have to say that the game's purely pay to win. Hey man, buy all the Perfect Gladyses in the shop, dude. Become the Omega Whale. Become Mega Shield. Right? Level every character in the game. They don't want that either. Buy a skin. They're just recolors. Who cares? You want to gear all those characters out? Can't get enough gear anyway because the rates are absolute dog water. The economy's trash. All it's doing is making people feel bad, and honestly, I don't even think these people should feel that bad, because I think the numbers that you're gonna need to hit, you'll probably be able to get like the lattice for like 100 pulls or whatever. The SSR selector, those probably like 200 pulls, you know? And it's permanent summon only, so it's not like even like you were summoning on Lilium that would even matter. The only way that this would matter with Lilium, although I think you would want to release it earlier when Lilium came out, hey guys, just drop all your shit on the permanent summon banner and hope that you get Lilium. Okay, that's like a feels better thing than dropping it a week after. Drop it when the new RGB characters come out. Make people feel better. Conflicted, maybe. Probably not as good as dropping it with Lilium, but hey, you know, you're doing things. Whoever's managing this game is doing things that just fucking piss people off. It is so tone deaf. Every decision is the most tone deaf decision I have seen in a gacha game in a very long time. There are so many ways that you could have approached this Wishbinder event that wouldn't piss people off. So far, the only saving grace I can see about it is, yeah, I understand hyperlink level reaches 15 is like the breakpoint threshold for you to start gaining points and stuff. But if for some godforsaken reason you're re-rolling or felt like rolling, maybe you just found the game today, Godspeed, you can use this during your re-roll. It's not very hard to hit hyperlink level 15. Re-roll your account, right? Go get Lily, whatever. Maybe you have a side account. Maybe you're a re-roll and you're playing your account and you're like, I'm not really feeling this one, right? I'm not that far ahead or whatever. If the stuff turns out to be good and you get a bunch of perfect lattices and cipher boxes and quantum prototypes and stuff, if it turns out to be like a banger event where there's like no cap on how many summons you can do and you can just keep doing it and keep getting SSR selectors and stuff, go to that secondary account if you're just playing the game to have fun or whatever, right? They've already re-rolled, or maybe you're re-rolling a new one. Level that bitch up to 15. And the best thing to do with the new account is to just rip shit on the permanent banner for a while anyway. Like the first 500, 600 summons you should do in this game, literally just the permanent banner. And just rip those on the permanent banner. This is a re-roller's dream. This event is. It is a re-roller's dream. And I've seen, you know, a couple of things as I went to sit down and looking for information, like, oh, this ruins the permanent summon banner because now no one's going to want to summon on the permanent summon banner unless this event's going on. Which I guess, ruin, but it is just another thing, just like the ×2 event where it's like, I don't feel like refreshing unless it's a ×2 event. I don't feel like summoning on the permanent summon banner unless it's a ×2 event. And there is some truth to that, I will say. And it's just because the game is so stagnant in the content that it kind of gives you and puts out, and so stagnant at the rate that it allows you to level characters anyways, your ass won't mind sitting on tickets for 3 months. Oh no, man, I'm gonna pass up some limited banner characters that are coming out. I could get them right away. You couldn't level those characters anyway. It doesn't feel bad to just wait. So not only is all of this other stuff making this a pretty brain dead, deaf tone decision, it's making, ironically, the game more boring for players to want to play, because it's just another thing that people are going to want to sit on the rewards and pray to God that the event period comes back again. Pray to God that they do this again, right? Sit here until there's another 3-week period where there's a dead slot where they don't release 2 new characters again, and they'll go, oh, dude, the Wishbinder event's back. And, you know, old Jimmy and Timmy and Sammy and Dammy will come in and be like, yeah, I saved up my 1,000 pulls, and I'll just rip them on the permanent summoner. I don't care. We'll get some SSR selector tickets in there. Probably has some of the characters that I skipped on previously anyway in there, and I'll get them for free, and I'll just get a bunch of characters that way. And then lo and behold, the triple tone deaf, the triple we're running low on money, sales for characters will go down even lower than before, because you have put yourselves as a company in a death spiral loop of no one wants to pull for characters. Why is that? No one can gear the characters. No one can level the characters. No one can lattice the characters. So your players don't care if they don't get the new shiny toy right away. The only thing they can do with it is maybe level it to 50 and fucking look at it and be like, oh, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool when I'll get to gear it out one day. They can't use it, so you can't even FOMO them into you can't even do the traditional gacha game tricky method of FOMOing people into a character. That is how tone deaf it is. It fails on all fronts. It makes summoning more boring. It makes your players want to wait longer for this event to come back. It does nothing to solve any of the problems that players have with this game right now. And in fact, it shows you that there's a problem with players not wanting to pull more characters, because people are saying the same thing. Oh, I'm glad I didn't pull. Oh, I'm glad I didn't pull. Oh, I'll wait for the next one. I'll wait for the next one. And that's not talking about the people who are just mad about it coming out after Lilium. I don't really care about that. It is a little bit of a negative. It is kind of brain dead in and of its own self. But like, it's just a fail on every front. I don't, whoever's making the decisions here, what the fuck, man? Like, I've never seen this deaf tone. You can't even find anything on Etheria official, by the way. This is sad. This deaf tone sort of system, direction, management of a game. Like, you've made the gear grind, the gear economy unrewarding, unfulfilling, way too slow, and exceptionally boring. And we're not even talking about like some players who like get hit by the wall coming from hell to inferno stuff. We're not even talking about difficulty. It's just the grind and the RNG on drops and getting kind of what you need to put your couple of characters together just kind of sucks. And then it's a PvP game, so I get it, cool, it's great. We have gear sets, you can change them through all the different stuff now, right? You have your team set up, you can go from farming Doki to farming, Shadow Hoying with the click of a button, changing all your best gear to your characters. That's awesome. It's a PvP game. It's an arena-focused game. It's an RTA game, or so they say. The RTA rewards for playing 20 matches haven't reset since the game fucking launched. Where's the incentive to play PvP there? I don't know. I know we just got some changes for losing games gives you more credit now. That's cool. Make the missions weekly. Make them reset. What the heck? You need to have gear, though, on multiple characters at the same time to do PvP. So we have this really irritating, boring, slow gear grind that people hate because they want to use the stuff that they get, or they want to have stuff for characters that they want to pull for, but it disincentivizes them from pulling in any way, shape, or form. If they get the character, cool. They don't care about waiting for this event to come back. They don't care about waiting for the Wishbinder event to come back. You are literally shooting yourselves in the foot with this sort of event. Again, just like with Times 2. Times 2 was released way too soon. I understand it, but the economy was way too screwed up to institute Times 2, because now no one wants to farm unless there's Times 2, which they're bringing back, which is fine. That's cool. It's a cool event. But man, the economy is so bad, no one wants to do it outside of that. No one wants to use refreshers. People log in, do their shit, log out. Which makes the gear cycle slower for the average player. Even people who are top end, super top end, are like, yeah, the best gear I got on most of my characters is 9 speed, and I'd roll this other gear, but I can't because it's too expensive. The economy's bad, but it'll fix itself in 6 months. No, it won't. Bitch, you ain't gonna be in the game in 6 months. And if you are, it's gonna be you and like 10 other dudes. Grats. Like, what are we doing here? I don't understand. Stop designing death loop spirals for your game. It makes no sense. Clappity clap clap right in this microphone. But I'm the Doom poster, right? I'm the Doom poster for being like, you're doing it in the wrong way again. You're doing it in the wrong way again. You're gonna get the exact opposite outcome of what you want. And what you want, hey guys, cool thing, come in here, spend your stuff. And I'm not even being, if I wanted to be super fucking negative about an event like this, I'd be the typical negative Reddit post. They're just trying to milk you before the new characters come out, blah, blah, blah. Didn't say that at all. Some people are saying that. I just think it's a poorly designed thing because it negatively affects how people look at the game and wanting to pull characters, period, and spending their currencies, period, meaning that anyone who's going to want to pull for anything ever is just going to have their shit saved up for either this event or if a, God forbid, super broken new character comes out 3 months down the line when they have saved up their 15 lattices that they get in a 17-month time span, they'll be able to just rip that character willy-nilly, and it doesn't matter. You're not making any money from that either. So even from a corporate executive perspective, I don't really understand it. I think it's kind of dumb, and I think they're going to lose more money from just instituting this. You'd be like, yeah, Josh, of course they're going to lose money. They're giving away free stuff. It's more than that. Pay attention. They are incentivizing people forever to not pull on characters. And those players are already incentivized to not pull because they can't build characters. They're doubly incentivizing people to not spend their gacha currency in a gacha game. How are they going to sell you packs? How are they going to do anything? You're not buying, like we've talked about, the recolored skins. You're not buying the lattices. Those are only for whales. And it doesn't solve the problem of everyone being able to level every character they want for their RTA teams anyways. Pay attention. I don't know. I had to put this out there. Godspeed. I'm going to go do some stuff. I'll catch you the next one. All right. Maybe we'll cover some more not Etheria.